At the dawn of the 19th century, the passenger pigeon ruled the skies of North America. Their flocks were so massive, they stretched hundreds of kilometers, blotting out the sun for hours. Eyewitnesses said the sound of their wings was like rolling thunder. Some flocks were over 1.6 kilometers wide and 500 kilometers long, containing hundreds of millions of birds. They were fast, graceful, and built for flight. With tapered wings and powerful muscles, they could reach speeds up to 160 kilometers per hour. During summer, they nested in the dense forests of the United States and Canada, feeding on acorns and beech nuts. In winter, they migrated south to warmer regions, reaching as far as Mexico and Cuba. But their story is a grim warning of how abundance breeds carelessness. When European settlers arrived, they saw the forests not as ecosystems, but as farmland. Trees were cut, habitats vanished, and the pigeons' nesting grounds shrank. Yet the real destruction came from greed. These birds were hunted relentlessly. They were cheap food for cities, fed to pigs, and even processed into fertilizer. In some cities, passenger pigeon meat sold for 3 pennies. Professional hunters used every trick imaginable. One cruel method gave rise to the term stool pigeon. Hunters would sew a captured bird's eyes shut, tie it to a stool, and raise it on a pole. The fluttering would attract other pigeons, who were then trapped or shot. The slaughter was industrial. In 1878, one hunter alone shipped more than 3 million pigeons east. Trains carried barrels of pigeon meat by the thousands. Nesting trees were cut down, chicks taken, adults netted and killed. By 1896, only a single flock of 250,000 remained. Hunters found them. Within weeks, all but 5,000 were dead. 3 years later, the last wild passenger pigeon was gone. The final individual, named Martha, died in captivity at the Cincinnati Zoo on September 1st, 1914. She was the last echo of a species that once numbered 9 billion. Scientists later found that passenger pigeons relied on their enormous numbers to breed successfully. Once their flocks shrank below a critical size, they could no longer reproduce effectively. Some also suspect an outbreak of Newcastle disease hastened their end. Each nesting colony once covered up to 2,200 square kilometers, an area larger than the city of Jacksonville, Florida. Yet within a century, human greed erased one of nature's grandest spectacles. Even after extinction, the fascination continued. Over 500 preserved specimens now sit in museums and collections across the world. A silent reminder of what we lost. Before European settlement, Native American hunting likely kept pigeon populations balanced. But after the tribes declined, the pigeons' numbers exploded, setting the stage for catastrophic overexploitation once Europeans arrived. The story of the passenger pigeon is not only about extinction. It is a mirror reflecting our relationship with nature. It shows how abundance is no guarantee of safety, and how human exploitation can destroy even the most resilient species. A single nesting site could host over 100 million birds. Their droppings were so thick they destroyed forests beneath them. Some scientists are exploring de-extinction using preserved DNA. But the ecosystem that once supported them no longer exists. The extinction of the passenger pigeon helped inspire the modern conservation movement, leading to early wildlife protection laws in the United States. The passenger pigeon's fate is a lesson written in feathers and silence. Once they darkened the skies. Now they darken the pages of history. Every extinction is permanent, but every memory can still teach. The question is whether we'll learn before the next great silence falls.